All right, now there we go. Mike's not muted anymore. Okay, so I'm making a burger with goat cheese and serrano peppers and a little agave nectar on top. Drinking the last bit of this Pinot that I bought yesterday. There's only that much left. If you can see that, not much at all. So I'll toss this in the trash. There's only a couple sips in there. Alright, so we're going to do fried green beans, a burger, a couple other things. So, good old goat cheese. I haven't decided if I'm going to mix the goat cheese in with the beef or just use it on top. That is next item. I just hadn't finished that wine. The best way to drink past Blue Ribbon is in a bottle. That is my favorite way to drink a past. Ugh. Cans are good, but I'm just not the biggest fan of them. PBR on draft is where I really don't. I mean, I still like it, but it's nowhere near as good. That's bottles. When I can find the bottles, I always try to buy them. Alright, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I started late and I'm just trying to push it through. So it's been an interesting day, an interesting afternoon, an interesting evening. So, hey, what can you do? Let's go ahead and form our patty first. We'll do that. So I am not going to put any goat cheese in this. I got half a pound of ground beef here, so I think we are going to do a half pound burger. Well, yeah, because I'm only one person, so. Feels weird only buying half a pound of ground beef. But, alright, so I'm going to put it in our bowl here. Do a quick rinse off. And we got to season this up. Season it up. Well, I gotta get my seasoning rolling. We'll start with some black pepper. Then we're gonna hit it with some salt. Get that nice and mixed. We might need to add a little bit more salt. Yeah, just a tad bit. All right, we're gonna put a couple other things in there. put a little onion powder. A little garlic powder. All this shit always comes out so fast, you gotta be real careful. And a little bit of smoked paprika. Alright, we're gonna just kind of mix that up. And we're gonna mix it into our beef. So that's why I put it in there, so I can just grab it and go. I don't have to worry about contaminating anything else. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit in a little hole I made. Little well. And we're gonna hold it in half. Do it again. This is an 80-20 blend burger. Usually Whole Foods doesn't have that. They usually got 90-10 or 95-5. But I got the good and the fat stuff this time. So it's holding together pretty well. So I usually fuck up when I cook burgers, especially when they're not on the grill. But that's all right. We'll see. We'll make it happen. Could just make a giant meatball. Oh yeah, we still need to mix that up a little bit. Into a nice round shape. I was going to buy wax paper this weekend, but I did not do that. Should have done that. This is thin as we can get it without doing a smash burger. So, but we want it to cook quickly. So I'm going to set this in here, and I'm going to pop it in the refrigerator for just a minute. Get that, we'll let that shape kind of solidify. I might pop it in the freezer. Just give that shape a chance to go down. So what usually happens, it's no ice cream, I'm not getting ice. What usually happens when I make burgers is like I make them too big and they like shrink up and they're too small because I make them too thick and they shrink up and they look like a little ball. So. For burgers, medium well. I ordered a burger the other day at fucking Big Woods here in Speedway, and I ordered it medium, and that thing came out almost rare. I still ate it, but it did come back rare, which is ugh. Still gonna use this for some toppings. I'm just gonna put our other seasonings back over here. Ooh. All right, now we gotta grab our cutting board. Back up. We're gonna use our little tiny cutting board today because the only thing we need to cut. Okay. Dolly hears something. It's probably the neighbor. We gotta cut a serrano. Dolly, no. That's all we really gotta cut. Alright. It's every day. Guess it's part of living. Dolly! No! It's part of living in the apartment. Well, that was a shitty cut. We'll have to wash my hands after messing with this pepper, that's for sure, because it will fuck your eyes up. That would have been a little nicer, but it was just a half-ass cooked burger. Alright, this little pepper scraper tool I got is usually pretty good. These serrano peppers are real small, they're real thin, so it's hard to really get in there and get everything out. So I'm gonna mix these with a little bit of agave nectar that I usually use for my cocktails. Alright, we're gonna set our peppers, set a knife over here in the sink. Well, no, not in the sink yet, because we still need it. Rinse that off. Dump out these seeds. Get these seeds. You're not going to want to eat any of that fell on the floor, darling. I'm telling you. It won't taste good. Alright, so we're just going to dice these peppers up. Ooh, dropped a little piece on the floor. Like I said, since I'm only making one burger, this is really all I need. It's gonna be like the little, nice little topping for the burger. I'm gonna add some heat, and that goat cheese and that agave nectar will give it a little bit of that sweetness. Alright, so we're gonna grab another one of our handy dandy containers we got from Whole Foods. And put our chopped up peppers in a little bowl there. which I'm gonna have to buy some agave. More agave soon. But we don't need a lot, like I said, because it's only me. I'm only making one of these burgers. So we'll just dip that in there. Probably put more than I needed to, but hey, I like it sweet. And I'm just gonna stir it with my hand. It's got some decent heat to it and some sweet. Ooh, and that heat sneaks up on you. That heat will sneak up on you. Alright, next, we're going to do our green beans. Like I said, we're not going to cook all these green beans because I'm going to use some for the next this Thursday when I do the chicken thighs. We're going to do chicken thighs with a chipotle pan sauce and green beans. Might do a sweet potato in there. I think I still have a sweet potato. So we're going to blanch these green beans. And boil them a little bit and then toss them in some ice water. Guess I need to put some ice and some water in here. I almost forgot about the burger that was in the freezer. Throwing a little salt in our pot of water here. We'll let it boil up. Good to go. Bring this over here so you can see on Instagram what we're doing. This weekend I'm going to take the time to do some research to see how to stream on Instagram through the system here. I don't know how it'll work, but we'll try. So last time I did make too many of these. But they were really good. Some of these don't look too good though. Yeah, that's still probably too many, but we're going to do what we got to do. I have tried to stream on TikTok, but I need 1,000 followers to do that, and I'm like 800 something short. I need to start posting just things on TikTok so I can build up a following, but But yeah, I'm a little short to go live on TikTok, which kind of sucks. Cause like, I don't know if you can make millions, but you can't reach a lot of people. I've seen some people have a lot of success just being found from, you know, shit like that. Yeah, and it's irritating too, because when you see TikTok, when you see some of the lives, it's people just like sitting there or sleeping or doing stupid shit. Like, you know, like, I don't know. It's not what I want to see. But I'd rather see somebody getting drunk, talking shit, and cooking, doing something like that. But Dolly, why are you being weird? She's just sitting and staring at the bed. The water's almost boiling, so we're gonna toss these in there real quick. Let them boil for a few minutes, a minute or two, and take them out and dump them in that cold water. Yeah, see, I really want to do stuff that annoys the hell out of those people, like wake them up, do the thing, but I'm not going to pay to do that. Thought about it, but I'm not going to pay to do that. Alright. I guess we'll get our breadcrumbs and flour ready while we're waiting on this here. Here, water to boil. We're gonna double these with a little bit of flour and breadcrumbs. It's crazy. I remember, like, before I started really cooking and growing up, we'd have a bag of flour that lasted fucking I don't know how long. Like, I am on Twitch right now. I've got YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook going on right now. I used to have like not very many followers, but people would pop in. I put way too much flour in there. People would pop in on Twitch all the time and, you know, just hang out for a few minutes, talk, and then leave. You can already tell the difference in the eggs from Kroger versus Whole Foods, I'll tell you. Makes a big difference. It is C_W_I. That's just CWI. Yeah, Twitch is kind of where I started. Well, Twitch and Instagram is where I started to do this. Then found out I can do other things. See, my cooking Intoxicated came about because I was, just bored. But the first Instagram profile that I started on that was, what was it called? I called it Jordan Ramsay, and it was just me talking shit about bad food and bad beer. Alright, and our green beans go to the boiling water. We'll let those turn bright and green. We're gonna let Dolly do her barking thing for some fucking reason. Don't know what she's barking at. This says microwave in bag. Kiss my ass. I ain't microwaving nothing in a bag. No, thank you. Alright, we need to let those come back to the boil. And we're going to toss them in here. I didn't season the flour or the breadcrumbs. And that is because... there's a dog outside. And that is because... That's because I'm going to salt these after they're cooked. Alright, we're almost there with these green beans. Like I said, that doesn't take too long. That's why it's a pain in the ass to fry, green beans or to really do anything with blanching, boiling and blanching vegetables. Makes them taste great, keeps their flavor, keeps their, keeps them from getting real soggy, but it's a pain in the ass to deal with. Which, that's not going to work for me, so I'm going to have to grab some tongs. Alright, into the water. Dolly! She's just being lazy, laying on the bed and just barking at nothing. She thinks she's gonna get to play with that dog outside, but she's not, because she's mean sometimes. Alright, we're gonna stir that up and just set these aside. And get rid of our water here. Our green bean water. Alright, I'm going to fry the green beans in this skillet and do the burger in this skillet. Means more that I got to clean up, but it does make the initial steps a little easier. I can always run my dishwasher. I'll probably have to anyway. What time is it? 7:17. I may be able to get this stuff out and get the trash out before they can get the trash. Alright, so paper towels, pat these dry. I'll tell you what a difference paper towel makes. So like I usually buy the Bounty, like the cheap Bounty, the Essentials or whatever. But I bought the regular ones this last time and holy shit, what a difference that makes. And I should have known better. I did the science experiments in school. Which paper towel is most absorbent? I can't believe they let us get away with that shit and it's a science project. Like, come on. I did do a science project that I totally bullshitted, and I just ended up buying fucking 3 different plants that were slightly the same size. It was something about the plants grow better with like water. I think I did water, sugar water, and then something else. Maybe some, I don't remember. And I ended up just saying, "Oh yeah, this grew taller because it was just blah blah blah." And this mixture here, and I got an A or a B, I don't know. But point is, I beat the system. All right, green beans are going in, or we're just gonna do this all kind of at one time. Toss our green beans here in the egg mixture and just give them a nice little coat. Ooh, that's slimy. Oh, I shouldn't have done those all at one time. I regret my decision. Oh well, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. So, coat our green beans in the flour. Back in our little egg mixture here. Get it all nice and coated. Boom, into the breadcrumbs. So I am going to put a little bit of breadcrumbs on this plate here, just to help things from sticking. We're going to toss this green bean and our breadcrumbs. I already messed up my wet hand and dry hand, so this is going to turn into the dry hand. Well, fuck, I did it again. Alright. Into the flour. Coat that up a little bit. I think I already put it in the flour, didn't I? I don't know. I haven't even really had that much to drink yet. Alright, I gotta figure out my hand situation and make sure I get what I get. We probably could get away with doing these all at once, but I just don't want to mess with it. I don't want to do one by one either, so. So let's just do a couple at a time. Alright, those are already in the egg, so we're going to take them. Just mix them around in that flour. Shake that extra flour off. Boom. Into our egg mixture. And into the breadcrumbs. We'll see how these turn out. I mean, they were good the other day. Probably good today, but they won't take long to cook at all, so. I don't know what the crazy shit people are listening to outside, but it's not good. I just realized I don't have any music playing. Normally I got music playing when I'm doing this. Not right now though. I did have a record playing earlier when I was getting things set up. My old Studio One compilation album. Ugh. I hate flour. Alright, I'm getting to be impatient. Getting to be impatient. So we'll give these a little coat in the flour. Give them a little shake to get that excess off. And then we'll throw them back in the egg mixture and get them, well, as good as we can get them. Toss them around a little bit. Now we're going to do the breadcrumbs. Do a couple of these at a time so they don't get all stuck together. I need to figure out a new show to watch. I'm still watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but it's very short episodes, so they will be over. It will be over relatively quickly. You know what? I'm good. I'm good on these. 12 fried green beans is enough for me, for one person. So. And I got a shit ton more in the bag. I would have got just I would have grabbed just a handful of green beans at the store if they had it. They didn't have any separate green beans though. It was all in the bag, and I got the smallest bag I could find. I'm just going to dump these breadcrumbs on this again, just to give it one more coat. Get rid of our flour. Toss these in this breadcrumb coating here. Put them on top, and they are ready to fry. So I'm going to fry these first, and I'm going to put them in our oven thing over here to keep warm. we're gonna put our skillet on. We're gonna turn it to medium high. Where's my oil? There it is. It was hidden. It was hidden. It was hidden. So I will say, between the store brand Nutri-Grain bars and the regular Nutri-Grain bars, regular Nutri-Grain bars are much better. There's more fruit filling in there. Dolly always wants treats. She knows that's where her food is and her treats are. She's over there sniffing like she's a poor starved dog. You get fruit. Grabbing this burger out of here now that's been in that freezer for a few minutes. It's nice and chilled. Now you can let everybody know that you got a treat. So Dolly did get a milk bone. I hate how my sink looks when I'm like cleaning, when I'm cooking. Fucking sucks. Alright, let's see where we're at on this. It's not bubbling yet, we still got a minute. So, that means we have a couple choices. A, do we drink another Pabst Blue Ribbon? B, do we pour some red wine? Or C, do we drink tequila? I'm thinking another Pabst Blue Ribbon because it's the last one I have in a bottle that's cold right now. And it's a little lower alcohol content than the rest of them. Alright, now I think we're going to be good with these, so we're going to toss these green beans in. Woo! Grease just splashed up on me, I can tell you it's hot from that. Shit. Got it. Get there. Yep, we need to go with the Pabst Blue Ribbon. We're just going to shake these up like that and get some oil all over them. They didn't get as coated as well as I would have liked, but you know what, they work. Get this handy dandy. Christmas present a couple years ago, and it's been one of my favorites. It's pretty awesome. It definitely keeps things cool, that's for sure. Come on, roll over. I don't want to have to grab you by hand. It's hot. Ooh. Yeah. See what these damn green beans are making me do? Luckily, my fucking fingers have been burnt enough. I don't have to worry about them too much. Alright, we're gonna take these out and let that oil soak. They're a nice golden brown all the way around. Golly, you need to stop that. See, I don't know how I'm gonna actually try to record like an actual live thing. I'll have to just like not have audio in it. I'll have to add audio later because she's nuts. She's a crazy one. Yeah, the fingers in the hot oil is not fun, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. One time I was cooking roux, I was cooking gumbo shirtless, and I fucking had a piece of, or a big old splash of roux, which is just flour and fat. I used a little bit of bacon grease, butter, and oil, and it spit up at me, and fucking, I still have a scar on my stomach from it. So I learned not to cook gumbo naked. I mean, I had pants on, but I didn't have a shirt on. I might not have had pants on. I don't remember. All right. So I'm going to take our green beans, toss them in our little basket here, so they don't get soggy and we get some airflow going. All right, we're gonna keep that warm. I think this is the only spatula type thing I have other than the wooden ones. This little fish turner. Yup, that is all I got, so that's gonna have to work. Alright, we got our burger. Let's see if we can lift it up without, yeah. This might be the best burger I've ever cooked. It's keeping it shaped well. Let's just hope it keeps it shaped well when we pop it in the skillet. We put our seasoning already in there as we saw earlier. So I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil, pop it in here. I only got 2 sticks of butter left. What are we going to do? Here, I'm gonna throw some butter in there too. Why? Because butter goes in everything. Not a lot of butter, just enough for some flavor, and then we'll throw some in towards the end. Come on now. Woo, we lost it. I better use the thing in the lab. Our butter's shimmering, our oil's ready to go, Dolly's going fucking crazy. So in goes our burger. All right. Dolly, no. All she wants to do is play with these other dogs. And, like, she can't. Because A, I don't know these people or their dogs. And I don't trust people and their animals. I have mushrooms I could have put in this too, like a blend. But that's going to go with the chicken tomorrow, or chicken on Thursday. Alright, those are just staying warm in there. I'm letting this go, trying not to flip it too early, because that's always my mistake. I always flip it way too early. Turn it down just a hair. Now let's put a record on and see if I get yelled at by the Facebook. I'm not going to waste a lot of time trying to figure out what to listen to. We're just going to put a whole indie Jew metal band on. With some Apostles of Solitude. Not yet. Almost. I can smell the piece, some stuff burning and I don't like it. Trying to loosen it up, just a little shake here. Actually, that looks pretty good on that side. Make sure I got that a little bit more to the center. I'll throw a little bit more butter in there to cool it down. Yeah, you can definitely hear that peso's trying to block me. Or it might just be the sizzle. Alright, so I am going to turn that down just a bit. We're going to put a lid over it. Get good and cut the other side. And this will make sure it gets cooked all the way through. Sprinkle of seasoning. Got goat cheese, goat cheese, goat cheese. Fan of the sizzle. This goat cheese smells off. It's okay. No, the microphone I'm using is picking up the sizzle more than anything, and me talking over the music. But the music is a possible solitude. Alright, so that was just turn the heat off, so we're going to let that go for a minute. We got to get ourselves some buns. Dolly's ready to eat. Toss our buns in here to get a little toasted. We're going to grab our green bean pouch. So this has been off the heat. I mean, we'll turn the heat off of it. I'm hoping it's done in the middle. Yeah, good old Pops of Solitude from Indy. I actually helped record their first demo fucking back years ago. I was still in high school, working at an intern in a recording studio out in Greenfield, and they came in, and I'm just like, "Ooh, if I can sit through 9-minute solos, I can sit through anything." But it was good. It was a great album. I loved a lot of the songs that were on that album. I wish they still had it. But I don't have any at the moment. That's okay. We're letting our burgers get nice and toasted. I always lose the tie. I always lose the tie to my bread. Still working on a camera shit. It'd be nice if I could get Instagram not to suck. But hey, whatever. I need to go pick that other album, the 7-inch, the split that you guys did from any CD and vinyl. Not the lathe cut. Lathe cut's cool. I'm not the biggest fan of the way it sounds. Well, I haven't played it on this record player. I haven't played it on this record player. I played it on a newer one. This one's an old vintage one. But it's just cool to have a lathe cut fucking record, you know? Especially a band from Indy. Oh shit, those are hot. Yeah. Shit is hot, hot, hot. Toss our green beans back in there to get a little warmer. And then I think we're ready to plate this. I don't know what we'll... Right on. Yeah, it does. Mine kind of bounces around a little bit too, but I haven't had a chance to tweak it or tweak the record player. And I had an old Audio-Technica when I was at the old house. And it was like the LP60, so it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the best. Now I have like a vintage Technics SL something or other from the 70s that like, it's a little easier and a little better to thing. You can control some of the weight levels of the tone arm and some of that shit. So, you know what? I threw the spatula away, so it is. April show. I will probably be there. We're gonna hope this burger's cooked. Looks cooked. We get our bun all soggy though. Alright, we got our peppers in here with our agave nectar. Get those spread out through our thing there. Dolly's like right under my feet, like hoping I drop something. She's gonna get stepped on. Yeah, I left this goat cheese. I figured out what it is, why it looks a little off. I left it like sitting on the counter while I was doing all this cooking. I should have just had it in the. Should have just put it in the fridge and left it in there. That's okay. That's okay. All right. I'm gonna close that up. I wish I had some ranch dressing, some good ranch dressing, but I don't. We'll do our fried green beans on here, because you know we gotta be a little healthy, right? You can't just have French fries. Gotta be a little healthy. And we're gonna put a little salt on those. A little bit of salt. All right. So there we got it. We got our fried green beans. Tasty. Hot. But tasty. Now we're going to take a bite of this burger and see what we're at. All right. Almost perfect medium. I'm gonna eat this. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. I'll see y'all soon.